quick tutorial today to give you, I've had some questions about the skill trees and how to activate and acquire and do these classes. Okay, so I moved over to one of my games that I haven't finished yet. I actually started this on extra hard or whatever it is, and I'm slowly going through it. Figured it's a good way to show you what, I'm halfway through it, so I kind of figured it's a good way to show you what's going on, what I consider to be important, what's not important. Yeah, so let's start at the beginning here. Okay, one of the first questions I've been asked is how do you activate these things? Well, I have the year pass. So as you see, if you have the year pass, you can activate the engineer and the echelon without using any skill points. For the other ones, it says you need 1 skill point to acquire. You press and hold the X button to acquire it, and then it's open for you to go into. So you see I have Panther, Sharpshooter, and Pathfinder opened right now. So just because these are open, we're going to just hold X to acquire. Right? Okay, so now you see it says push the square button to see details. So we see details. Now you come over here to see it says rank rewards. I haven't done anything with this guy. Obviously, as you saw, we just opened it. But as you go down your ranks, you'll get certain things. Right? So that's one of the big deals of the update, is that it added 10 more rank rewards to all the classes, which gives you pretty much everything that was in the raids, all the special guns, blueprints, and whatnot. What you don't get out of these rank rewards, you can go on to Golem Island and pick them out of the blue boxes and whatnot out of each and every one of the outposts and do it that way. So you see level 12 Architect, Gloves, Engineer. This used to be stuff that you could only get in the raid, okay? And now it's open for everybody. So you got Mark II Dagger at 7. At 10, this one gives you a grenade launcher blueprint. At 20, this one gives you the Mark 48 Saw blueprint, as well as the Architect mask and a weapons paint. And level 18 has the Architect vest, level 16 has Architect pants, 14 has Architect top, so on and so on and so on. Do the same thing with the echelon. You open it up, see details, same thing. Okay, it has whatever specials, 10. This one gives you the Maxim 9 pistol. Okay, vest, gloves, pants, vest, helmet. At level 20, this one gives you the silencer mask, and it gives you the A2 Shorty, which is a 5.56, I believe, blueprint. Okay. I'm not going to open these up. I don't want to use the skill points on them just yet. I only have 4. Okay, so that's there. So now, after you open it up, you go over to your loadout. Over to your loadout right here. Okay, now you look at the top left right here. I started Pathfinder. It doesn't look like I've done much with it, but I'm at class rank 7 of 20. So these are now your objectives you have to complete to rank up your challenges. We have to kill 50 enemies with a firearm. We have to kill enemies with 2 different firearms in 3 seconds. We have to do it 3 times. We have to kill enemies with a headshot from more than 250 meters away. We have to do it once. We have to kill 20 enemies without being detected. We have to do that once. Okay, so on and so forth. So if we go back into here. Okay, now, in order to equip said classes, you must go to the bivouac, deploy the bivouac. So now we're in the bivouac. From the bivouac, look, man, I haven't done anything, it's all bloody. Huh. You go into tactics. We push on tactics. This is where you equip what you want. Okay, so now we go over to sharpshooter. It says X to equip class. We push X to equip the class. It is now, see the check mark? It is now equipped. This is I'm on rank 2 on that. So we have to kill enemies while using Armor Buster. Well, that's a good one to go on. Now we're going to show you how to activate your armor busting rounds, which are your armor piercing rounds. Okay, you can now leave here. I'm on a higher level, so I can only change my weapons in the bivouac. We're going to ignore that for now. Okay, so we'll go over here and look at blueprints. These are all the blueprints that I can buy. As I said, I'm just starting off on this one, so I haven't bought anything as far as all this goes. For those of you just getting started on it, I would suggest you buy, it depends on your play style, but I like this M4A1 CQC. I like the Honey Badger. These two are really nice. If you're a shotgun man, go for this M4 Assault. This thing is just awesome. It's unbelievable. From there, you go to the M4A1. Don't waste your time on these shorties. It's pointless. If you want a shorty, go ahead and use the M4A1 CQC. It will do everything you want to do as far as all these shorties go. Okay? And from there, we haven't gotten to DMR, so we'll get there. I see the M4 Tactical over here. It's not a bad rifle, especially with the update. You can put a bunch of attachments on there that you couldn't before, so it kind of adds a little extra to it. Mark 1. See, what do I have? Consumables. Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay. Go over here. So because I only have 29,000 on this game, I don't normally buy these things until I absolutely have to. As far as attachments go, here we go. It's a good place to start. Don't waste your money on a bunch of this shit to get going until you have a bunch of money in your arsenal. And it looks like I already bought what I like. Okay, well, that's pickles. Okay, back to what I was doing. Now that I digress, I apologize. Now that we've equipped our sharpshooter class, we leave the bivouac. Okay, now, sharpshooter class are for DMRs and sniper rifles. You can use your armor piercing rounds in either rifle. This here is the Mark 14 Assault DMR, Assault Brown. Alright, so it will do just fine. And we are loaded. So you look at the bottom left corner, you see how it says L1 plus R1. You push that to activate your armor piercing rounds. Okay, and normally I would not take this kind of shot. It is a bit of a ways at 400 meters, especially for this rifle. But we'll. Oh, here's a good thing. So we got this over here. Okay, so now we're going to load them up. These do give you a little bonus range, but they're more about the armor piercing. The thing is that if you... Oh, wow. You get 3 of them. So that's 2. You see how the bar went down? So I have 1 more round to use because of that. I just want to show you what they do as much as anything. Okay, rank 2. Calling reinforcements. Yeah. Okay, now you see the next 3 just came up. That says kill enemies with a sniper rifle. 20 enemies. Kill enemies while holding breath. 3 times. Kill enemies with a sniper rifle or a DMR from more than 150 meters away. Well, that's actually not bad at all. We just kind of did that, didn't we? 1 by 6 by. So that's all right. Okay, now, actually I'm going to go over the holding your breath thing on the sniper rifle because this game does not classify or verify how you hold your breath. So this is probably the worst part of the whole damn game as far as this shit goes. Okay, so in order to hold your breath, you have to hold down, you have to be in scope, holding down your ADS. Now, you now have to release the L2 button until it's halfway in. And that's holding your breath right there. You see how it came in? And now if we hold it there for a second, you can hear it. And then that's the heartbeat ending. Okay, that's how you hold your breath. Kind of a pain in the ass. Not my idea. You know, they could have like pushed L3 or something to hold your breath, but no, we didn't do that. We decided to do it this way. So that's how you hold your breath. So from there, we'll shoot our way down there. Okay. You see that guy in the top. You want to come out for me? That's alright. So ideally, you don't want to move him when you're trying to shoot him while holding your breath. Wait for somebody to sit still. There's one. So we'll hold our breath. Ah. Yeah, it's tough when you don't have a fresh controller. Challenge complete. Okay, there's that. I actually got that in one breath or two. Okay. Now we have to kill 2 enemies from 150 meters away. Easy stuff. So normally there's a sniper up here. It should give us our meters. 1. 2. Okay, there's that. Now, yeah, I mean, I could go into the whole kill 20 enemies thing, but that's pretty much self-explanatory, isn't it, guys? So from there, we're going to, the other thing I like to do is I actually like to start in this section. I don't remember how you, Upper North, Smuggler's Cove. I have found that this area through here, this Managao, Newport, and running down the street here, let's see where I'm at. Okay, yeah, so here between Smuggler's Cove Freight Yard and the port, and there's a checkpoint Bravo right here. Between these 3 places, you can pretty much complete your challenges for most of the things, except for until you get into the Gollum Island stuff. But this is how I completed most of my challenges, was in this area. Especially the Pathfinder. I tell you what, the Pathfinder was super easy to do all my challenges between these 3 camps. Super simple, as far as all that goes. I think that is about it for that. Raids. I know everyone, you know, you're watching YouTube about the raids. Not a big thing. I'm not too big on the raids myself. I've gone into it, but it's, unless you're a hardcore player, don't worry about the fucking raids. And the guns you get out of the raids at this point are useless to me personally. Um, the only one that I've seen that's really worth having would be the M82 Cerberus. And I will never ever, myself will never ever get that far on critical. I don't have the 4 hours it takes to do that. So if you can do that, more power to you. That's, you know, hey, that's not for me. So from there, oh, I didn't think this was, oh, it's not really, okay. Those are your perks, classes. Desert Eagle Marks 2. Let's go here, just go back to the skill tree. Okay, so now we're sharpshooter, see details. Now that we've completed a couple, so we have this 100% breath control while aiming and swimming. While aiming and swimming. Oh, okay. Interesting. Which more or less means you get to swim under water longer. Breath control lasts longer. Come back down here. Scorpio Scout's pretty good rifle. Starting off, you'll enjoy that one. What's this one give you down here? Mark 14 Assault is even better. I'm a big fan of the 14 Assault and the M4A1. My personal favorite, all-time favorite, is the M4A1 Scout. Is it right here? M4A1 Scout. This thing is just awesome. You just can't beat it. Tabor Scout. I'm not big on the Tabor Scout. It really doesn't have the range or the hitting, stopping power that it should. Okay, we have 5 skill points that I just picked up from there. So from there, let's go in the skill tree. And I know when you first start on this, you're like, what the fuck, man? What do I want? What's the best? Yada, yada, yada. General rule of thumb, you want to get this parachute right off the top. You want to get your night vision right off the top. 2 primary things. You see this thing like the backpack sitting here? These are perks. Okay, but in order to equip the perk, you have to open up your backpack slots. Okay, so without these open, popping your skill points to these are useless, are pointless until that point happens. Alright, so I would suggest that you hit the parachute, your night vision, your experience right off the fucking top. Excuse my language. From there, I like to have a rocket launcher, so this gives you the rocket launcher. Alright, it's up to you. If you're into the night gaming thing, you're going to want to get your thermal vision with your night vision back to back. The thermal does awesome things. Also, going into Pathfinder, the Pathfinder gives you white hot thermal, which is absolutely awesome. I use primarily Pathfinder just for the white hot when I do night gaming, because the white hot is just straight up awesome. You can't beat it. Drone cooldown, I don't worry too much about that stuff. Drone visions, yes, this counts, but not for a lot when you get going. When you first start out, you want to get over here, and you want to be able to use your sync shot drones, multiple sync shot drones. Alright, so this allows you to sync shot 3 guys at a time. Okay, you see these have backpacks and have perks on them. I get the sensor hack perk because of the drone evasion and damage to drones. It really, really helps out. Go over here, explosives, upgrade your C4s and frags to Mark IIs, item capacity, EMP grenades, item capacity, intel grenades. Don't worry too much about intel grenades, it's almost useless. Don't worry about the breach torch. Right now, you can breach most places without the breach torch. Unless you really want to use it, then go for it. But if you need the skill point, don't waste it on that. Put it into like drone scavenger for parts, or the EMP grenades for mini drones. From there, you should really work on your guy himself. So tireless, stamina cost, speed climbing. I did the speed climbing, was one of the first things I did here as well as here. Slide control and climbing is really great, especially if you're a running kind of guy. And then stamina regen and healing pouch for an extra capacity where I'm at. Oh, and money. All right, so if you got to build up money. So in order to build up money, you have to get up the 10 plus 10% scale, and then plus 30% scale credits. This is how you get money early on in the game, is by getting these things going on right off the top. Secondly, don't buy stupid shit. You just buy what you need to get the job done. Um, okay, going into perks. All right, I like 3 primary perks myself. My first perk that I really dig is the sensor hack perk right here. This thing is absolutely awesome. Okay. My second perk that I normally go with, but I don't have it open yet. Is it this one? No, that's burst forth. Is ballistic advantage is normally my second perk. This is great for range and handling with all rifles. So it's not just for your sniper rifle, it's for everything. Really awesome, does a great job. So sensor hack and ballistic advantage are my 2 primaries. I almost never take those off. I almost use them 100% of the time. The one I do swap back and forth from is here. No, not inspired. But I use my third perk for, no, not revivalist either. Where is it? Not drone hunter. It's over here. Okay, you got rolling thunder. So if you're using a sniper rifle or a DMR early on in the game, this thing does great. You put this with ballistic advantage as well as your sensor hack, because it has 10% damage to drones, and this has 20% damage to drones. That gives you a 30% damage to drones overall bonus on top of your rifle damage. If you use armor piercing rounds, that will jump it up even more, which most of the time when you're starting off will normally knock these mini tanks down within that 3-shot process if you hit it in the red spot on the tank. From there, specialized, no. Cold-blooded is one of my all-time favorites. When you're first starting out, this one works really great for full-out battle. As you see in the picture, it's really for full assault. It regens your health really fast, and you can, if you sit back and wait, your health will regenerate really quick, and you can stay in the fight. Don't worry about the Mark II healing; doesn't do a whole lot. I don't use it hardly ever at all. Okay, Iron Lungs. What is this? Oh, that's not a perk. That is just something that you get later on. Gunslinger does really work well. I tend to use this when I'm playing with groups of people, primarily because I like to play the backup guy or the Overwatch guy, and this accuracy handling will allow you to take down groups of guys in a fairly short amount of time without having to fight your recoil. You can just plow right through them. From there, what's this one? Resources, that's already automatic. Alright, so I think that pretty much covers it for now. Also, yes, you want to get these up to Mark III, but there is a stopgap in this game. So you can only go so far. So to waste the 4, is it 4? So to burn the 4 skill points right now on it for me would be a complete waste of time and skill points, because I can't even get up to Mark III until I'm 3/4 of the way done with the game. Okay, before I start getting gold guns and shit like that to where I can mark it up to Mark III. And actually getting enough metal parts and whatnot to get it up to Mark III. So until then, get up to Mark II, get almost 3/4 of the way through this game, and then look at Mark III. And by the time you get it up to like level 160 or so, you should be on your Mark III points by then, and looking at gold guns, or almost at that point, or solid purple and getting into gold guns. Alright, I think that's all I got for you right now, guys. Alright, so let's I'm on sharpshooter now, right? All right, so let's go through all of the class techniques, what they do for you, if they're your play style or whatnot. Uh, I personally love two primary ones. I love the Pathfinder, I love the Sharpshooter, and I like the Engineer. These are my three go-tos as far as playing the game goes. I found these three will give you pretty much everything you want as far as my play style goes. But keep in mind, I'm primarily an Overwatch kind of guy and a solo player, so that's how I work things. Um, if you're all about the stealth, then you want to look into Panther and Echelon, primarily Panther. You see the cloak and run. It says disappear behind a smoke screen. Well, that cloaking spray is your smoke screen. Okay? It renders you undetectable for, 10, 15 seconds, if that, something like that. That and suppressors on handguns, submachines do not reduce damage are the biggest thing on this class right here. So with that third, suppressors do not reduce damage. You can use the Honey Badger. You can use the M4A1 Tactical. You can use the Scorpion Tactical. Anything with integrated suppressors will keep their full hit power with the Panther class. Anything other than the Panther class, they will have a reduced damage of 20%, just because it's an integrated suppressor. At least that's what I have found with the game. If you find something different, then by all means let me know. Maybe they've changed it from the last update, but this is what I have been figured out from the time I've been playing it. So a lot of folks I play with use the field medic, especially when we were doing raids and whatnot. Even with the DMR glitch raids, we found they really like the field medic to be able to just faster revive was their biggest thing, and they can self revive in camps and whatnot. I personally am not. It doesn't really, I'm not into that. That's whatever. You have assault class over here. So the biggest thing about this is that this gives you 1 extra bar of health. Instead of 3 bars, you have 4 bars. The gas grenade does really great as far as, I wouldn't call it a diversion tactic. I would call it kind of what you see in the picture now, to where he uses it to slow him down and knock him down. The bonuses with assault rifles and shotguns is not a whole lot. It's not enough to really matter. This maximum health 50%, injury resistance 10. Okay, the assault class is really more about, it gives you an AUG assault as far as the blueprint, and it gives you the AK-47 assault on the 20. A lot of folks like the assault class. It's a good one if you're really all about just brute force. It does well. The special one of this is called True Grit. So more or less you hit harder and take less damage when you activate your L1, R1 class technique. I'll go down to Echelon. I very seldom use this Echelon. I've played with it a little bit, but not a whole lot. But from what I've seen, the sonar vision lets you mark them from behind walls, which is okay, so you know where they're at. Big deal. Shock pistol is pretty cool. It shuts down the mini drones for that few seconds. It kind of takes the place of the EMP. The biggest thing of it is the third perk down here, the handgun only auto aim with the handgun during enemy visual detection at 150 meters max. That does really well. So what that says is that if you're in the middle of being detected, you can automatically push down your ADS sights and it will flip over to the guy detecting you, and you can shoot him in the head immediately. It's an automatic thing. It's pretty cool. And so if you're a pistol guy and want to work the pistol, then check that out. I would recommend the Mark 23 if you're going to do that. I would recommend the Mark 23. It's a great pistol, or the Maxim 9 for that work. Uh, engineer class. So, the thing about the engineer class, and I'm sure most of you already know this, the engineer class has a workaround glitch with these extra rounds. So the supply drone interacts to get a magazine full of high-end ammo, explodes when shot. The high-end ammo gives you 3 points extra damage, and they're like green tracer rounds. So I guess I can go into the glitch for you if you want me to, but I'm sure there's a few YouTube videos on it. You can glitch these green rounds, these high-end ammo rounds, to all 3 of your guns, and keep them indefinitely until you die. But when you die, you have to redo the whole process. It's not long. It's actually a pretty easy process. And if you guys decide you want me to get into that for you, then throw me a comment and I'll get that in there for you. But I know there's at least 2 videos on YouTube going through it. Super simple. Pathfinder. This thing's awesome. By far, in my personal opinion, one of the best classes out there. This thing gives you an armorous drone that you can't really see it in the picture, but it allows you to scan. So it gives you the sharpshooter scanning ability. It gives you luring ability. It gives you flashing ability, and you can throw 5 rockets within, I want to say it gives you, 30 seconds to work it, or 45 seconds to work it, something like that. And I love this. I use the scanner. I scan the whole camp out, and then I can go take the camp out very slowly, because everything's scanned at that point. I love the white hot thermo that it gives you. That is just priceless in my opinion. The only thing I don't like about it is having to run around the field to pick up my uplink protocols, because that is literally the only way you have to use it, is you have to find the tactical caches and pick up the tactical caches. The good side of it is that eventually you're going to come up with the Mark 17 DMR and Mark 17 Scout and the AUG Scout. Not too big on the AUG Scout. It's kind of an ugly fucking rifle. The Mark 17 Scout is a pretty good rifle. It's an ass kicker. You'll really enjoy that. I don't like it as well as my M4A1 Scout, but it hits harder. It just doesn't have the grouping that I like. But as a single semi-shot rifle, it's pretty awesome. So you'd be looking at that. Let's see here. Sharpshooter. I kind of skipped past sharpshooter. So sharpshooter has that sensor launcher. That's what I just mentioned, is that the Pathfinder has the same sensor launcher. The only difference is that this sensor launcher is in your hands, and you can use it like pretty quickly. A few seconds, kind of pop, pop, done. Whereas the armorous drone, you have to have a place to sit back and go through the whole process of flying the drone and yada yada yada. So if you're doing raids, use the sharpshooter. If you're doing island work, use the Pathfinder. These two will do just fine in either, as far as if you're that kind, if you like the sensor drone. I think, boy guys, I think that's it for now. So I think I'm running out of things to talk to myself about. Yeah, okay. So if you come over here, just to give you an idea, here, let's just start here. Okay, Bodog pants. Alright, yeah. So I don't, like I said, I haven't done anything. Tree leaves is out of the tactical caches. Alright. See all these. That used to be raid, and so it's all stuff you have available to you now. You go over here. Drone damage 10% on this guy. Loadout. So for this one, I'm actually using an A1 Assault. When they allowed you to put suppressors on the Assault versions, it turned into a pretty awesome weapon. So when I'm first starting out, I will use this keep in mind that I started this game before the last update, so I haven't really had a chance to change it all around. I am a DMR guy. That is my thing. Here you go. So you have the AUG Scout. We have the Mark 17 Scout. You see it has a 37 hit points, but it's only at a Mark 1. I want to say it gets much harder than that. Yeah, okay. Sniper rifles. I like the Paladin 9. I like the Scorpio Quiet. That's a pretty awesome rifle. TAC 50 is pretty good. A1, G36, AUG. Okay, yeah, I'm on the hardest, so it just gives me the blueprint to load in. I don't have any special gold guns or anything on this one. The only thing that I did notice that I found just the other day is that since the update, it reactivated all of these side missions, faction stories that I did not do prior to. And they're not showing up on here, which is very interesting. So they changed that around quite a bit. Terminator missions should be opened. Yeah, to replay. It says replay. Yeah, we know. To play, you have to activate the Terminator, which is okay. You come over here, same thing. So, I did do all of these resistance missions at one time, and it glitched out my strike designator. So I don't have this anymore. It took it away from me for whatever reason. I don't know what's up with Ubisoft or why, but this thing is fun as hell. Fun as hell. So I would strongly recommend picking this thing up, doing these missions, getting this one. You go over here and do the Terminator missions. These missions, there's actually 2 of them, not just one, but these missions will give you a grenade launcher blueprint as well as the Mark 14 Terminator blueprint. I think that's it. I think we got that pretty well covered for now, guys. So, yeah. All right. Okay. All right, I think that pretty much covers it. That cannon over there. See, I can shoot through the wall. Sometimes the DMRs can shoot through the walls for you. Sometimes they can't, sometimes they can. It just kind of depends.
You're dead, asshole!
Yeah, I gotta answer that, guys. phone. There it goes. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Now, if there is anybody watching right now, I am going to shut this off and go into a. No, you know what? I apologize. I will be, but I'm going to finish this ranking up just so you can see what we got going on. See, I went through the concrete wall.
Take them on! Shoot those assholes! Shoot them!
Oh, there he is.
You're dead! Take us!
Come on.
Take them on! Shoot those assholes! Shoot them!
Come on, guys.
Get them,
I just
goddammit!
need 4 more guys. Where you at? Alright, so if we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Get them sons of bitches! You're dead, asshole! Tell them they can't take us! You're dead, asshole! Shoot him! Oh!
There's that.
Stay behind cover! Get him!
Oh! Oh! Oh no! Okay, 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 okay. So we gotta get it over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, I want to go through it real quick, so we'll just do it this way. Okay.
Kill them! Before they finish us! You ain't got... Stay focused. Drop those hostiles. Right.
Look at that. There's a piece of clothing over here. Seasonal generic combat pants. Okay.
Stay sharp. No, nothing in my sector either. But keep your eyes peeled. Oh, damn! Okay. Shit, they could be anywhere. Stay sharp. Hostiles!
Okay. Oh, scale credits. Hello, money. I think we cleared this place out. So we got this place cleared out. Okay. And there, kill 3 enemies without reloading or swapping. Kill enemies while using armor buster. No problem. I don't normally ride bikes. So we're going to go over here to the other camp that I showed you guys in the map earlier. It's right over here. See it right there? Kind of work our way over here. Now we're using the sniper class, and we're going to go over here and use the sensor launcher. Right, pop the sensor out. Just like that. Alright, we'll use, kill that sniper up there. Kill that sniper over there. So you gotta kill 3 enemies 4 times. Oops. There's one. We'll go ahead and reload. Come on. Come on up here. You get that sniper first. He's dangerous.
Stay low. Stay low. There is someone here. This is about to get real. Keep your eyes open. Get out of here.
What are you doing? Oh no! Something. Oh no! There it is. I don't know what happened. It didn't reload when I told it to reload, but whatever. It don't matter. Okay. Okay, alright. Call it quits for that right there.